Hello guys, this is Rituparna. If I have to introduce myself, I would call myself a misfit. This is what my Insta also says. I am a big cinema lover. I call myself a seeker, a beginner minimalist, and many more adjectives that maybe will come into play when we go ahead with this whole thing. This is our first podcast we have planned. When I say we, I want to introduce you to my friend of 20 years, Shamla Rajan, who is a content writer. She's a storyteller and a big tattoo lover. Let me tell you, she has almost 14 tattoos till now. So we'll talk about tattoos also. It's an interesting topic, I'm sure. But I really want to talk to you right now about this small project. This is a dream project for us. We have been planning it for quite a long time, where we'll be discussing about various topics which are very close to our heart. And through this podcast, we want to reach to our kind of people, our tribe. We want to collaborate with everyone who believes in the topic that we discuss. Also, I would like to request you to spend some time and listen to us and tell us where we can improve, where we can get better, which are the topics that you'd like us to cover. And one thing more, we believe in communities, and the future is about community. So join us and listen, and let's discuss. So, Shamu, uh, how this idea of podcast came?
So it was not just, we both decided that we'll work on something that, you know, increases our, that talks about our interests and increases our knowledge. And through this podcast, we will not just talk about life in general, but we'll celebrate life in all its forms as it comes. We'll talk about our experiences, we'll talk about your experiences, whoever is listening or watching us. We want you to share your experiences, your adventures, and how things or how an event changed your life to become a better person. And we'll definitely bring in more people, our friends, families, or experts to talk about anything and everything under the umbrella of this world. And so our aim is to celebrate life and to spread knowledge and listen more, understand more, and make more friends.
So also we plan to create a community that has been our aim for last many years. Always we felt that if we have our kind of people, it's not important to have a lot of people, but it's important to have the right kind of people. And we believe that if we have our kind of people, if we can create that tribe, and you can create your tribe at any age. We are almost going to be 40s and we have decided not to have our tribe. Thankfully, we always had our tribe because of our theater days, because of our conversation, because of our love. And let me tell you one thing. We have diverse views on things, right, Shamu?
Definitely. We both are very different people.
Very different.
But then our thoughts, we have so much to talk about. That's what makes us very close to each other, because we have interests in everything that you would imagine.
Yeah, and we are curious people.
We are very curious.
Even in this time when most of the people might think that कि अब क्या रह गया है, अब तो जिंदगी ये है. But I think this is a new start, and we want more people who can join this tribe. Let us discuss. Let us talk. Let us hit those points. Let us hit patriarchy. Let us hit materialism, and let us discuss. We are not here to make any judgments. We are not here to say what is good, what is bad. We are just here to talk and listen to each other. One more thing, Shamu, I just want to ask you is that 2020, I always come back to 2020 because I know that has been a very important year for you as well as for me, as well as for many years. What is that one thing you want to leave behind? That यहाँ वापस नहीं आएंगे. This is something which I've kept it for my past. I learned from it, and but I will never let this deter my way.
I think that would be being complacent. I'll never be complacent with my life ever again, and I'll always try to keep up that adventure streak in me, and I've always been like that, and I am going to do this going forward also. And the one thing that I wanted to ask you is, what do you think? Same, like what would you not want to go back to, and what has this year been for you, professionally and personally?
One thing I don't know, I really think I have learned is how to value my health. I will tell you why. Because most of our mood, I mean, this is very scientific, and if you can go back to evolutionary biology or your chemistry, I've been reading a lot that basically 70% of your mood is based on your gut health.
Right.
So health is not just about health. It is about your mood. It is about your mental health. It is about how you take things. It is about how you react. So I think health is something I would not say that I'm till there at 100% where I can say, oh, I'm very focused and all, but yes, I'm definitely focused, and don't want to take, as you said, complacent is the word. I'm not going to take it. That is one thing, because it is connected to everything. Because if your health is good, your mood is good. If your mood is good, you can focus more, you can pay more attention. It is all connected, basically.
Yes.
Second thing, I am 100% sure now. I don't want many people around me, but I want right people around me. So my focus will be to grow. I am going to question everyone who tries to justify any kind of bullshit in the society.
Right.
Either I will distance myself or I will question. Be it anyone, be it my closest family member, then no, I'm not going to accept this. Because हमारा एक habit हो जाता है छोड़ना.
Well, that is complacency. So, that this is what, right? Don't you think that raising questions, being curious is very important?
I will tell you something, because I've been reading a lot. As you said, you are also an ardent reader. हमारा जो पूरा एंशियंट इंडियन नॉलेज है, हम जिसके बारे में बहुत छाती फाड़ के हम बात करते कि ये, वो हमेशा से सवाल पूछना ही सिखा रहा है. इवन आई विल टेल यू एन एग्जांपल. हम बच्चों को सवाल करना नहीं, जब भी सवाल करते हैं, अरे चुप हो जा, ये ले लो. बट इंडियन सोसाइटी में हमेशा, इंडियन एंशियंट नॉलेज में हमेशा सवालों पे ही जोर दिया गया. इवन इफ यू कंसिडर गीता, व्हाट इज गीता?
Just pure question answers.
Yes. So
those are FAQs.
Yeah, it is about life. It is about philosophy. It is about how you live your life. तो तुम जब बात कर रहे हो एंशियंट विजडम की, वहां तो सवाल पूछना. तुमने भगवान को सवाल पूछा है, देखा जाए अर्जुन has asked the god.
Exactly.
Krishna was a god with knowledge or whatever, but Krishna has never told do this. He has always given his point of views. Now it is up to you what you want to take.
Exactly.
That's what I think is very important for me, and I think कहीं ना कहीं उसी जगह से हमारा ये पॉडकास्ट भी स्टार्ट हुआ है. Asking questions, seeking answers, and as Rumi said, one of my favorite writer, what you seek is seeking you. Exactly. And I think we'll be covering a lot of poets. Yes. Oh, I would love to talk to you about poetry, poets, and art, culture, painting.
We'll be discussing everything: arts, culture, poetry, and how our Indian literature is a golden mine.
Yeah.
And how writers have not just Indian literature, but then literature in general. We'll discuss arts also. We'll discuss.
So we are basically going back to our basics.
Exactly, we are going back to basics.
So and we want anybody who wants to go back to basics to reach us, discuss with us, talk to us anytime. And this is not something which is just for getting more people to listen or more subscriber. And we will never say subscribe.
We'll not.
No,
we'll not say that share the button or subscribe. Our main aim is you share your stories, we tell ours.
Yes. Yes, and subscribe to this kind of life where we are trying to get better of each other and we're trying to understand each other better. And one more thing, if any experts who feel that they can help us reach more people using a little platform that we have created, I know it is just the beginning, but I'm sure every beginning starts with this small, and we are trying to reach more people to reach us and discuss, and most importantly, celebrate imperfection.
Definitely. Wabi-Sabi.
Wabi-Sabi. So we have discussed Wabi-Sabi in details. This word is quite an important concept for us. Do listen. So Japan has been an integral part of my psyche because of their concept, because of the way they live, the way of. So there is a word I'm sure is Wabi-Sabi.
Wabi-Sabi.
Right? So basically it talks about imperfection in life and how we can celebrate it. And I know for sure that we keep on talking about it.
Definitely. Imperfection is something that everybody talks about.
Yes.
But there are very few who actually accept it.
And celebrate it.
And celebrate it. No one can be perfect. We are not perfect human beings. We have flaws. But then the day you accept those flaws, you accept yourself first. And you have to celebrate your life with that. It's important because that is how you know yourself. And that is how you love yourself and then spread that love outside.
Absolutely. One more thing, so Wabi-Sabi I think is something, it's so important for me. I'll tell you why. Because this is what I think 2020 has been for me.
Definitely.
I have understood, I mean, it's been a long journey, of course. I mean, suddenly Wabi-Sabi will not happen to you. And but for the first time, you accept your imperfections. You don't want to cover it.
Exactly.
You don't want to justify it or anything. You just want to celebrate कि यही तो हूँ मैं. अब इस पे हम काम करेंगे. कहाँ क्या कम है, क्या ज़्यादा and all. So I just feel that our friendship has been also Wabi-Sabi. It's imperfect. It's nothing perfection there. We are not seeking any perfection.
Exactly. So when it comes to friendship also, we don't seek a perfect friend who can always be there with you because it's impossible. Physically impossible. Yeah. We don't meet every day. Although when we were in college, obviously we used to meet every day. But then as life goes on, you cannot meet every day, talk about things. So even if we meet after a few years, few months or few weeks, we always start from where we left.
Yes.
Like we were discussing this a month ago, that we would want to do a podcast and we would want to develop our own skills and help others as well in the way. And we are doing this after a month's time.
Yes.
So we have a goal, that is, we have a same goal. We are working towards the same thing. Developing ourselves, helping others, helping the environment in the go. And we celebrate what we lack. Yeah. Because we are working on it. So, and we accept that yes, we don't have these things, we have these flaws, but then these flaws make us what we are.
Right. Thank you guys for listening. This is our first episode where we have talked about the idea of the podcast and the reason why this podcast is so important for us. Hope you'll be supporting us and hope you'll be sharing your stories. So what is your Wabi-Sabi and how you are planning to see 2021? Do share with us. Thank you very much.